Page 18, Fife and Drum. At the top of the page, introducing you to the damper pedal. Normally, I wouldn't even talk about the damper pedal for the first year or two of playing. You got too much to think about here without having to worry about what your foot is doing also. And I'm very picky about the damper pedal. People misuse that thing, and I would prefer that you not. If you're going to use the pedal, you know why you're using it. You use it for reasons. Otherwise, don't use it. However, they're presenting it here, so we'll talk about it. The damper pedal is like the last thing I add. Always learn a piece of music without the pedal first. So the fingers, you know the fingers are doing everything they're supposed to do, because it's too easy for the pedal to cover it up. Bad idea, bad habit. So let's talk about Fife and Drum first. Look it over, 3 lines long, treble and bass clef, 4/4 time. So we're counting to 4, and there's 4 beats in a measure. Okay, a quarter note gets a count. You got half notes and quarter notes and whole notes. We've had those before. We know what they are. Now, when I learn a new piece of music, I like to take it one hand at a time at first. But the way this is written, most of the time, you're only playing one hand at a time. So I'm going to go ahead and take both hands together. So the left hand plays first, and they want third finger on middle C. Remember, that's a middle C? That's here on the keyboard. Third finger, put your left hand here. Now for the right hand, it's third finger on G. We've already had G. You're supposed to know the name of that note instantly. And on the keyboard, it's here. So you're here. So both hands are here. You're kind of sharing E here to them. Isn't that nice? Oh, love it. And it's first get the notes. You got this note, and then this note, and then we got 2 of these. That's kind of what you're doing until measure 7. Remember, the numbers in the little boxes at the beginning of the lines are measure numbers. We'll find measure 7. It's the last measure of the second line. You have the notes in each hand at the same time. Together. Just go down together. You're finishing it like that, together. So we got the notes, we got the fingering. Now let's add the rhythm, the counting. Half note gets 2 counts, quarter note gets 1, whole note gets 4. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get it? You go through and do it. Once you have that down, go back through and get rid of any hesitations you have, so it is a steady beat. You can go any speed you want, take it slow, doesn't matter, but it's no hesitations allowed. And again, try not to look at the keys. Keep your eye on the music. We need to trust the fingers to do the job. After that, I add the articulation. Articulation is sort of how you play the note. That's really broad, means nothing, because I'm not talking about technique necessarily. I'm talking about other things. For instance, if you look at the first line in the first measure, there is a little sideways arrow on. It's above one note and under the. It doesn't matter if it's above or below the note. It's there. That member is an accent. That means you play it a little louder than what you normally would. On a piano, it means it, because a piano can't do a true accent. This is all we can do is play it a little louder. Well, that doesn't say much because we don't know how loud we're playing. But you have accents through here, so keep that in mind. We're going to play those notes a little louder from where we're at. That's the only articulation they're giving. There are other symbols for articulation we'll learn as we go through the book. Then we have the dynamics. Well, at the beginning, between the stabs, there's an F. Remember, F is Italian for loud. Forte. It means forte. Well, English, it means loud. How loud? I don't know. You decide what loud is. It's a little louder than mezzo forte. You have mezzo forte, and then you have forte. So it's loud. Now that makes the accented notes very loud, because an accent takes it up 1 notch from where you're at. So those 2 notes in the first measure are very loud. And then in the next measure, the first and last notes are very loud, but that second C in the left hand is not accented, so it's just loud. Be careful on those. And then in the third measure, you get a P. P is short for piano, which is Italian, means soft. You're going to echo that. Just play it softly. Whatever you think soft is, It's not super duper soft. There's softers than this. It's just soft. And then the measure 5, you're back up to loud again, but without the accents. Now accents, very loud on measure 7, and then regular loud, and then the last 2 measures, you're soft again. You're echoing. Like so, and that's the dynamics. So you go through and you put in the dynamics. Then we can add the speed. With spirit, that's not a speed. It's a mood. But a lot of times in music, instead of telling you the speed, they'll give you the mood of the piece. And from that, you decide what you think the speed would be. Again, it depends on how much coffee I've had to drink as to how much spirit there's going to be. But the idea is a fife and drum, this is probably marching. Left, right, left, right. So I'll give you an idea of it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. In a march, a typical march tempo or speed is about 120 on the metronome. So you could use that as your judge. You go up and down from there. It's about left, right, left, right, left. About 2 beats per second is what it is. And then once I have all that, then I add the pedal. All right, let's talk pedal. There are different markings in music publishers reuse to indicate the pedal. And it's evolved over time. The one this book uses that's shown at the top with the line and that's the most common. It's the most exact. Yeah, it's not exact though, but it's more exact than the others. So yeah, this is a good one. I like this one. It simply means when the line goes down there at the beginning of it, that's when you push the pedal down. Not really, but that's what it means. And then you hold the pedal down for as long as the line goes across, and then when the line goes up, you lift the pedal up. Not really, but that's okay. We'll talk about it. There's different techniques for pedaling. Now, physically, your heel is on the ground, and you're just working it at the ankle. And it's a little motion. You don't actually lift it off the pedal and come to. I exaggerate it for the camera so you can see it better when I'm doing it. But really, it's a little motion. Just make sure you come all the way up on the pedal each time you lift up. I tend to not do that sometimes. Yeah. Now, they're showing it here, the line is right under the first note. That would mean, okay, you're going to push the pedal down as you play the note. Here. You're going to hold the pedal down through the whole piece until the end. When you lift the hands up in the last measure, you lift the pedal up with them. So for this piece, that's what we're going to do. You're going to push the pedal down right with the note. You won't always do this now. We're just doing it in this piece. With the note, hold it down through the whole piece and then lift it up at the end with the hands. And that's the pedal. I'd like to play it with you very slowly. Let's double check all the notes and rhythms. I'm not going to pedal it because you can hear it better without the pedal. So I'll give us 4 counts. We're going to go slow. And when I do these play with me's, I don't do dynamics. I don't do the louds and softs. I just play the note. You need to hear the note. That's all we're after. We're not performing it. I will do the accents, so I'll play those notes a little louder than the other notes. Otherwise, I'm going to play it all about the same. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 4. 4. 2, 3, 4. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Off. There's a duet at the bottom for this, so I'd like to play that, and you play what you just played. Going to go a little faster here, We will do the dynamics on this one. Now the duet part is playing something totally different than what you're playing, so you have to focus on what you're doing, but listen to what I'm doing to stay with me, because we have to stay together. And no hesitations or this won't work. I'll give us 4 counts, and let's try it. 1, 2, ready, go.